like to ask the Chief Minister whether Brexit discussions have been held with representatives from Norway or Iceland.
Go on the Chief Minister to reply.
Thank you, Mr Deputy President. The Isle of Man Government has not held Brexit discussions directly with representatives from either Norway or Iceland. The Honourable Member for Arbory, Castletown and Malew may also wish to know whether the Isle of Man Government has considered pursuing a new relationship with the EU that would be the same as or comparable to those of Norway and Iceland. The answer to that question is yes. The second interim report on the implications of Brexit for the Isle of Man, published by the Cabinet Office in June 2016, considered in detail whether such an approach would be feasible or beneficial for the island. As honourable members will be aware, Iceland and Norway are, through their membership of the EFTA, signatories of the European Economic Area Agreement, or EEA agreement. This means that they have access to the EU single market and must therefore align themselves to the EU rules for trade in goods and the free movement of people. They are not in the customs union, which means that there are border checks on goods such as at the Sweden-Norway border. This means, however, that they can sign trade agreements bilaterally with third countries. Crucially, though, the EFTA Convention is very clear that only independent, sovereign nations are eligible to join and to apply, and only EU member states or members of the EFTA can sign up to the EEA agreement. Even if the Isle of Man could join EFTA or sign up to the EEA agreement, that would in turn jeopardise our current free trading relationship with the United Kingdom. As the UK is our most important export market and the source of the majority of our imports, it would not be in the interests to pursue any course of action that may result in barriers to the free movement of goods or people between the United Kingdom and the island.
Supplementary question, Mr Moorhouse.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and thank you, Chief Minister, for such a comprehensive answer. In terms of the uncertainty revolving Brexit, wouldn't it be a good idea just to make tentative discussions with these countries, given our historical links?
Chief Minister to reply.
Thank you, Mr Deputy President. Well, I think it's important to notice that we've already considered whether it's in our interests. As I mentioned before in our second interim report, we looked at whether there was any benefit of going down this route. Now, if 80–90% of all your trade is with one country, the United Kingdom, and going down to work with the other countries is going to jeopardise that, you'd lose your customs agreement for a start, because you can't have your cake and eat it. So there is clearly no point, and the second interim report, which I would urge the honourable member, well, the first, second and third and fourth are all good weighty tomes, as I'm sure the Deputy President will agree with me. Whilst they're all long reads, they are very good reads, and we've clearly looked at all the pros and cons, and we've clearly come down the side that we cannot go down the Norway Iceland model, because it will significantly damage business on the Isle of Man.